I brought you a little ruling that states...
I don't care what the ruling states. Get the camera out of here or you'll be arrested.
Sitting here with Jason from Keene, New Hampshire, and get something on your mind. Tell me what that was.
Yeah, I mean, lately I've been pretty upset about some of the actions from the judges in the Keene area.
If there are audible comments, applause, or any expression of emotion by people in attendance or the public, it will be removed. And I don't want any unnecessary movement.
Particularly Judge Arnold and Judge Burke, of course. There was just basically a series of events that went down, kind of starting around Pork Fest. It was almost like they had whether it was a meeting while we were gone or whatever, that they were going to start cracking down on the Free Staters, so to speak. And, you know, basically we come back from Pork Fest, and that's when Bo's hat arrest happened.
Not bothering anybody?
Employment? You ever considered like a real job? One where you don't use violence against people?
Perhaps.
I hear Walmart is hiring.
I mean, the judge did not even define disrespect to the court. He said it's just disrespect.
They arrested Bo. A demo went down to the courts to interview about the hat arrest.
Judge Burke, can I ask you a few questions about a hat and how that constitutes contempt? You think people want to pay for someone to be in jail for 5 days for wearing a hat? I just want to have a conversation.
Bailiff, this person is threatening me about a decision that I just made.
I'm not threatening you. I'm asking him questions. Did I threaten you?
He's threatening as a criminal offense.
What was my threat?
Come on, sir, you're in custody.
And as many of us already know, he was wrongfully arrested. The video camera proved that. Judge Burke basically blatantly lied on the camera, so that was just one of the many series of events. And then shortly, I think the next day, Jim Johnson had his trial, and the judge arrests him for failure to fill out, I guess, a financial affidavit.
Is this what you signed up for, John Webb?
Leave the courtroom. Leave the courtroom.
I can't do that. It's a public place.
Get out of the courtroom.
You have no authority to order me around, sir.
Get out of the courtroom.
For a very small amount of money, and the judge didn't give him the option of, you know, he could have given it to charity or even time served, but the judge didn't give him that, held him in contempt, put him in solitary for 14 of the 21 days, and it was shortly thereafter, I guess the Damos stuff went down. The judge eventually dropped his charges after the camera saved Damo on that. Shortly after the videotape of Adamo getting arrested pretty much proved his innocence, he got released. The judge has come up with this policy they just draft up that day, hanging on the wall, saying that you can't film in the courts, blah, blah, blah. So,
except for the one pool camera, right?
Except for the what?
The one pool camera. You can take one pool camera in.
Yeah, and the restrictions on that, though, were much more severe. You had to have 3 days notice, and now the camera can't be moved. It has to be like it has to be in one spot. So it was just one series of events after another, and I think these judges definitely need to be held accountable for what they were doing. It's wrong on so many levels, and it violates even their own rules. It violates their law. It violates the Constitution, everything. I mean, so I really think, hopefully, and I'm equally responsible. Somebody really needs to file a grievance and pursue these matters. And
that's been done once before, right? Higher ups in the judicial system. Do you think of anything else that we could do?
Let's see. I guess getting as much information out there as possible on this matter, get it public what these judges are doing.
Is it Ian Bernard? Ian Bernard?
I'm
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Are you making an offer?
Have a seat.
I'll be doing that under duress.
Take him into custody.
Yeah, the video camera is one of the best things, I guess, to make judges accountable or these people. So it's the one thing that's always saved us, and people are always going to believe them over you or myself. And the camera, they have to be held accountable to some degree. Even that, they'll try to manipulate as much as possible. But
to what extent do you think the authorities can or should use some type of win-win approach to dealing with us?
I'm sorry.
Any thoughts of how they could deal with us, but also win, so we both win?
Yeah, actually, in a sense, the best thing they could do is I guess, if I'm coming from their perspective, is to not acknowledge or not arrest, at that point, the more attention they draw to us, or if they're going to arrest us, the best thing to do is to not arrest us. Anytime they arrest us, they're the ones who, in the end, to me, in my opinion, wind up looking bad. They're the ones who look like tyrants. So
we get bigger.
Yeah, exactly. So if they're smart, I mean, they should obviously know this, and that's generally in Keene, they were pretty good at doing that for a while. They weren't, you know, nobody stands up for the judge in court, and they don't care. It doesn't affect anything. Now they're demanding we stand up for the judge, and it's getting a little crazy. So I don't know. It seems like they're breaking their own rules on that. So yeah, it's working out for us. It's unfortunate that people have been put in jail and stuff for a period of time over this, and and that's never a good thing. But it's definitely bringing more attention on these issues. So.
All right, Jason, well, thank you for helping me draw more attention to these.
Right, thank you, Dave.
These are good little video clips we've got I can use.
Great, thank you very much,
All right,
Dave.
thanks.
Yeah.